showtime!
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. And we'll start 2010. I came up with this idea to do the New York City Barber Battle, and I wanted to promote it. And so I wanted to go around shop to shop. I had barbers talking mad crap about what they were going to do to other barbers in the competition. And I know about I grew up on N1. We grew up on DJ battles, MC battles. Battling in New York has always been a big deal. So I wanted to come up with this.
Like, subscribe, and share the video.
New York City Barber Battle, similar, to battling and people challenging one another. And kind of taking from, everybody does that. You get a clip of somebody talking trash and someone else responds. So my boy had Jules. Shout out to Jules. My boy had a full frame camera, or 7D is not a full frame, actual crop frame, but it's a DSLR camera, and that's where most people started out with their content creation, with a DSLR camera. So I had got a DSLR camera. Now this is the 6D. It was a next generation from the 7D, but you see how big this camera was. So in the beginning of content creation, people were going out with a camera this size. Some people still do, but that's and this has actually an old vintage Nikon Nikkor lens. So the lenses that would come with this, a multi-purpose lens, so this would be about that big, right? And people came out, and that's what they were using. Then the action camera came out, the GoPro, and this is a GoPro Hero 4. This was, the go-to thing, another go-to camera for content creation. And let me just say, some people use Sony and other cameras similar to a DSLR. And then we were going out like this, then we were eventually, by the 4, they came up with a screen you could attach, so you could now watch the footage on the back of it. They eventually added add-on screen, and then they eventually added a housing to go underwater, so besides all the other additional gadgets that you could use to add to this, and they came with this so you can go underwater. Sometime after that, the DJI Osmo Pocket came out. It was the one. It was called the Osmo Pocket. Then this camera came out on a gimbal. So when you had this type of camera, you had to have a gimbal in order to get stabilization, which was it wasn't even digital. It was a big thing with a weight at the bottom, and it was something else. But then this beauty came out, this hush puppy. This is the generation 2, but they're up to the generation 3 now. And then this puppy came out, and people started using this. And then also the mirrorless camera came out, which is much smaller than the DSLR. The mirrorless camera came out, which was much smaller, had a flip screen. Most of them had flip screens on the back. What I'm filming with now, still use it. Matter of fact, these 50 M50s, I have 3 of these brand new. Thought I was going to use them to do podcasting, but if anybody's interested in purchasing, I'm selling. I got 2 extras. And then what do we have next? So so you're getting the idea, and then GoPro stepped their game up all the way to the point where they had a screen on the front and a screen on the back, and made things more digital and also waterproof without extra housing. This, so this is where we are. And then DJI have similar action cameras. So action camera was one of the main cameras that people were also using to make their content. They were small, they had some stabilization in them, and so on and so forth. But also with that, people started using their phones. And now the phone, this is iPhone 15 Pro Max, people started using their phones to film. Like I know Richie Mack uses a phone, Game Abroad, and Game Abroad kind of inspired this actually, because when we did an interview, he interviewed me and he used his phone. And he ran out of data when he used his phone. That's why that interview was cut short, because he ran out of data. And I was telling him that now you could connect a SSD drive, a solid state drive, to your phone and record directly on a solid state drive your videos, where you don't need to use up the memory on your phone. That wouldn't happen if you were using a solid state drive. So that leads me to where we are today. And people always ask me, what kind of camera you use? What kind of camera you use? And it doesn't matter if I tell you what camera I use. You can use anything. You can use the camera that you always have in your pocket, which is your phone. Another good reason to use your phone is that people get less taken aback, offended, and it's quite normal for people these days to film with their phones. Everybody has their phone now. People are very accustomed to this. This doesn't throw people off, because everybody has one and everyone uses their phone to film. So that is one of the perks to filming with your phone. And I guess for some time the quality wasn't the same as these cameras. They different frame rates and all. But now, not only can you do 4K 60 and ProRes, everything that these other cameras can do, and some that they can't, you can record it strictly to a solid state drive and really minimize your work. So this is a Samsung T7. This is a solid state drive, SSD drive. It's a portable hard drive. This is 1 terabyte. And your basic connection now, this is a 15, is a USB-C port. So a basic connection would be like this. You put the USB-C port in your phone, and then you connect the drive, right? So this is your first standard connection. But you'd be like, who wants to film with the thing hanging down or have to hold it and so on? You can't put it in your pocket. So I just kept working on it to get it to a better level. You can order one, and this is a MagSafe iPhone cover. This is actually one that connects cameras, but so maybe I should just use this one to keep it simple. We'll get to that later. This is MagSafe, and they have this connection. Boom, this is MagSafe. So now look at that. And what you do is you put your solid state drive there, and look, wow, you get a flat connector. You also got to have a higher reading USB-C wire just to capture the speed. So now look, we have a minimalist. You can have, and this can go right in your pocket, no problem. But I didn't stop there. So let me see if we can take it a little further and kind of get rid of this loop. So I went online, I did some research. I got a elbow USB-C, and I got a USB-C connection. Sorry, I should be looking at directly at the screen, and I'm looking at the monitor. So you can connect this here and here. One part goes in there, and one part. Okay, this one is a little too long, and it might cover up the screen, but you get, now there's no hanging wires. Okay, and then you can take it a little further. There's other small portable drives that you can use as well, like the Crucial X9 portable drive, also 1 terabyte. And let's look at the size of this in comparison to that. So, same idea. You get this USB-C elbow with an extension. That crucial drive into the phone. Now look how compact that is.
Here's what I found.
Look how compact that is. You could easily... So, now with the iPhone 15, they also have what is called log. You can, in video, you can shoot 4K 60. You see that? Hold on. You don't need it. You can shoot 4K. Can you see that? 4K 60. Which is the same thing you could shoot on a mirrorless camera. And you could shoot it in ProRes, which is the professional look. And you can shoot with your regular iPhone, and you can select for it to record directly to the solid state drive. Now, what they also suggest when it comes to recording to the solid state drive, there's a free app called Blackmagic, which has all the features, functional features that you would use for your video. You can change your frame rate, you can change your speed, you can shoot in 4K, you can shoot in ProRes 422, you can shoot in H246, you can shoot in all those. You can save it from large files to small files. So I would suggest downloading this Blackmagic Cam and shoot with that and not the native camera app, because now I'm just giving you guys a little brief of, you know, what I'm doing. I'm not a super tech guy, but I try to share the tech as a content creator, and this is where it could be. So it went from here, which I like too. It's a nice, you know, a nice solid connection from here to here. Now it even goes further, and I'll show you with this last setup. So this is the crucial 1 terabyte drive. Now they also have a Kingston 1 terabyte card that you can put in a card holder and connect it basically to your phone. So it could actually go down to this small. Look at that. I mean, you won't even understand. There's no difference in the weight, and you shooting directly to a SSD drive, 1 terabyte drive, filming directly to here in 4K 60. Or you can do 4K 30, 24, whatever you want. ProRes, H246, or whatever the other rates are. So we've gone from this to this. And this is something you always have with you. And then on top of that, if you want to take it to the next level, you can get ND filters to give you a smooth view, and you know, just there's ways to keep going with it. And even this still can fit in your pocket. An ND filter is a filter that you can let in more light or take out light. So boom, here you are with an ND filter, adjustable ND filter. So if it's too bright outside, turn it always close. If it's not, you turn it light. And this is just one of many filters. They have different filters that do different things, but this is a adjustable ND filter, which snaps on because this is a free will MagSafe case, and these lenses are made by free will. So I'm just trying to share to you guys that where we are with technology, and everybody's always thinking that it's all about what camera somebody has and so on and so forth, and it's really not about that. Last thing I want to say that is that you could also, for stabilization, put it on a small tripod. Put it on a tripod, you know, add, and depending on your situation and where you're filming, you can easily add a light to this. And I mean, there's not much more you need. Now there's one piece that I didn't get in the mail yet, so I can't show you that. And it's one of these, a double output for this, where so you can add the audio. So look at that. This is like a little movie, and that's only if you want to do all this extra. Like I said, you could also still film in a native app if you want to, but yeah, I gotta move it down. So I hope you get the gist of the idea of what I'm trying to share to you guys. I'm not the most tech guy, so I don't have all the specs and everything for you, but this is what you can do, and you can shoot something comparable to anything you could shoot on any one of these cameras easily. Just want to share for the Tech Talk Tuesdays, kind of like the evolution of content creation camera. Peace. Like, subscribe, and share the video. Thanks.
Are you not entertained?